Yo! Video games.
We have no idea who's directing Bayo 3.
Oh, you know what's gonna launch? Like to make
They never
it,
said.
like, to make it sell like crazy and be nuts. That's gonna be Fork Knife 2 on the Xbox Diamond, whatever the fuck it's called.
That is something Microsoft would do. They would like buy Fortnite or some shit for like $80 billion.
Yeah, to make it like an exclusive.
A Fortnite 2 would be a very stupid idea because people would just keep playing Fortnite.
The next Xbox's big game is Minecraft 2.
Ooh. Yeah, either Minecraft 2 or Fork Knife 2.
Well, Microsoft and Nintendo already have that weird relationship because, you know, Microsoft allows Minecraft to be on, like, everything.
Yeah.
Now there's, like, Xbox Live? Is that rumor real?
Well, no, definitely Xbox Live in some forms coming to the Switch. We don't know what that all means, but...
And they did say that Ori and the Blind Forest and Cuphead are coming to the Switch.
Yeah,
oh! That is
Yeah.
badass.
Not, they didn't actually say, but it's heavily rumored that they're just going to get, like, physical releases for the Switch.
Like, you'll be able to stream other Xbox One games on it.
Yeah, potentially a Gears game or a Halo game is also rumored to be coming to Switch as well, which is pretty crazy.
Just stream them from their Game Pass.
And I can tell you, from people that have been playing Parsec, that streaming thing is very much like, that is the future. Like, that is... This streaming thing is absolutely the future of games. Like, knowing how, like, Parsec is actually really good now from what people are saying, and we need to try it.
Yeah.
The whole point is that, like, you just get, if you have a good internet connection, a high quality, you know, good download,
I don't know, a lot of people probably don't know this, but a couple years ago, like 2 or less, Sony and Microsoft started buying up a bunch of entrepreneur startup
from the
tech companies that were doing exactly this.
Yep.
And they were quiet, they never got too big, and they were just quickly absorbed by fucking Sony and Microsoft. So it was like, okay, they're definitely going in on this.
Yeah. So that's the thing, is that, like, Parsec does the same thing, where only one person needs the game, the person hosting.
Yeah.
So if you have you need good upload, because you got to upload your data, the video feed. Because all the other person they log into Parsec and they get a video feed of your computer or your game. So they're just watching our end of Mortal Kombat 9, for example. But the way Parsec works is that if they have a good, if they have a good upload and download, they're pretty much seeing the feed with only in a few frames of we are.
Damn.
So that exchange is like a one-to-one exchange, and we're playing a game that feels better than most online fighting games do at all.
Woo!
So,
like, and is it like almost anything you can write Parsec, right?
Yeah, anything does Parsec.
Oh.
Only one person needs the game, because the other person you just give like your passcode to or whatever, and then they get the video feed of whatever game you're hosting, and they just have to configure their controller like they're playing a game. It's serious business, man. And apparently it works. Like, people have been playing it with Marvel 3, people have been playing on the Dragon Ball, and it fucking works. Like yeah, this is the best feeling online play these games have ever had.
Wow.
It's, pretty much Hidden Cashew. It's remote desktop, but designed for a more one-to-one experience to actually emulate live gameplay. And that's kind of the same thing we're talking about with the whole streaming services in the future, that your system doesn't even need to be, have crazy graphics cards in it or everything. It doesn't need to have, like, crazy CPU or RAM.
Damn, you imagine?
Your system just needs to be able to get the feed of whatever game is hosted on the server's end at Microsoft or Sony. And once this technology gets better, because Sony's tech kind of sucks. If you do it on their end, it's only okay. Once this is actually faster and the encoding is better, and if your connection can support it, like if you can download it, like, if you can download like a 4K stream from Netflix or some shit, or if you can download like a 4K video and stream that, if that is the thing, then video compression is a bitch. That's absolutely it, and that's what Simmons was saying, was that they started hiring a bunch of people that are like world-renowned experts at that shit. Microsoft is going around the world and grabbing those people by the head and hiring them all up and buying them out. So the people that were the best at figuring out encoding, at codecs, and figuring out how all this shit can stream it the fastest, MS has been in the back burner working on that shit. So potentially they might have some crazy proprietary, amazing looking thing.
I think really the reality is I think Microsoft probably wants more people subscribing to Game Pass than they really do.
And you can now subscribe to Game Pass without even having to download the game.
So now I think their mentality is like, look, we'll always be able to sell like 40 to 50 million consoles.
Yeah.
Of whatever console generation.
And that's the thing, people say, what about the lag? And that's been the problem. Like, the problem has been the delay. Like, the lag of getting the image, the video image of the other console that is actually running the game on a server wherever the fuck. It works on phones too. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. If they figure out the tech of minimizing the latency, then if it's like 1 or 2 frames, then that's just as bad as having your TV on, having a TV with a slightly, like, 1 or 2 frames is amazing. For a single-player game, that's amazing.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, obviously, if you want the faster, more responsive experience, you'd buy the game, but it's only going to get better. So, yeah, exactly, way too dog. Blew off his hood. So, yeah, all I'm saying is that, yeah, second and third world countries, nah, you know, no. If your connection's below 5 meg download, nah, goodbye. But
you can also just buy like physical game.
yeah, you can still buy physical. I mean, yeah. And that's what we're saying. Like, yeah, even for online experiences, there is actually a fighting game software called Parsec that makes it the same thing, where someone's just watching a video feed of you running the game, and they're playing the video feed. So that I honestly think that's the future, man. That is going to be the future of video games. Is that you don't even need the system anymore.
Yeah. Well, I think that's where Microsoft's kind of going. Is like, we'll sell the systems, we'll sell a number of systems, but you know,
the subscription model.
You know, I think they look at it and go, look, like, it's a hard fought money sink of a road to make a super successful console, right? You know, you're gonna spend billions of it. You could probably spend a little bit less, not worrying too much about, you know, selling 100 million units of a console. But if we could get like 200 million people to sign up for Game Pass, now we're making fucking bank.
Yeah. I mean, of course you'd have to have amazing internet. It wouldn't be available for everybody.
Imagine that shit on Google Fiber.
But yeah, like, imagine how good it could look. I mean, most, like, if you have, like, I'd say a completely decent connection, 100 down.
Yeah.
100 down. Like, I get 250 down, right? Mm-hmm. And it's not that expensive.
That's what I had before. I had 220 up.
Yeah. And that's like kind of a basic package for our area. Granted, some people would be screaming for that shit. Like, would be screaming for even 10 meg down. But yeah, 90 down, 10 up, that's more than enough, dude. Like, if you had a bit rate of something that was running at 50 megs a second, that's gonna look incredible. Like, that's more than enough for a 4K video feed. 950 down, 750 up, well that's way above average. That's way above. Yeah, Microsoft seems to be planning for the long term.
Yeah.
And it's actually better. It's actually, this isn't a bad thing. Like, them working with Nintendo and shit is...
They should go down the water slide. Oh, they're damn
I feel like
dead.
we did that in another game. I feel like we did that in Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball or something.
Hey, get up.
Yeah, Australia, it was 7 down.
Yeah,
like I've heard.
And in more rural areas, it would be pretty goddamn rough. Like,
I think rural areas is like, yeah, that's why you buy the console.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's where
the new console. But I think they're looking at it like, okay, you know, if someone wants the best experience, they'll buy the console. If there's going to be a ton of people who don't care about that, who are going to be traveling a lot or have kids. We'll give them, like, if we can get them to sign up for Game Pass on Switch, we've just gained a customer we were never going to get otherwise.
And that's badass on Switch, dude, because, like, you have access to whatever fucking games you want to look as good as they possibly can on your Switch, and your Switch won't lose battery power super fast because you're not actually using the RAM or the CPU or the graphics card. You're using it, sorta, but you're not using it to actually render imagery.
You're just using the Wi-Fi or...
You're just using the Wi-Fi connection for the most part, yeah.
And,
nuts.
Well, people don't know this. In Japan, both Resident Evil 7 and Assassin's Creed Odyssey are on the Switch.
Yeah.
But they're streamed.
Apparently, it's like, it doesn't run well.
No.
Yeah. But
Well,
that's the idea. Is
I've
that,
heard it doesn't run well here if you try to like
yeah,
use a Japanese.
maybe in
account
Japan
America.
it's better.
I've heard that. Like, yeah, if you live in Tokyo, it's actually fine, but they've already tested it. Like,
Yeah,
just
it's
keep going.
out there. It's just that it's got a history of it not running great, and that's why, like once again, Simmons was saying, Microsoft has been in the background hiring people to make encoders and video feeds that will be more of a one-to-one experience with offline emulation. So that shit's gonna be crazy, man. Like that's to me that seems like that's the future. Is that your system doesn't need to have the graphics card in it anymore? It doesn't. You just need to be able to get the feed.
Yeah.
And that was Microsoft's thing that they had in that one press conference where they're like, you don't need it. You don't need a console anymore. All you need is this. And they just said your phone, and your phone can actually.
Don't you have a phone?
Your phone can actually run the feed of an Xbox.
These never get any good.
Apparently, it did.
Yeah.
I would like to maybe try it
It
again.
got really
Yeah.
popular on Twitch. Like really popular on Twitch.
I mean, good.
There's a lot more content. Like a lot. Yeah, we were just talking about Parsec Sleepwalk.
Fuck.
Well, I mean, that's the idea, is that the streaming service wouldn't be available to everybody, so that's where the consoles come in.
Hey, look, it's me. Oh.
The console market is there to complement the streaming services. They're not going to be like fighting each other. They're both the same systems running the same games. That's the thing.
Huh? It's the time already?
Yeah, your phone can stream from your PS4 pretty well.
I was from Parsec. Discord.
Only Power Stone was on anything besides it.
I think that could actually happen.
Oh, it absolutely could.
I think in the current age of Capcom, with like the Capcom beat 'em up bundle, and Lucia.
Like, I'm surprised they didn't just take the PSP.
I think they're just-
Switch.
I think.
Why not? It's
I think
there.
now more than ever, there's a chance of them taking that PSP version of Power Stone and throwing it on the Switch. I think that could happen
Why not?
now more than it ever could have.
It's because
It's the perfect system for it.
it's because I asked for RE4.
Well, yeah, that's happening still. RE4, RE5, and RE6.
See, I wished for RE4. It's
Is it
0, 1, and 4.
0, 1, and 4. That's what
0,
it
1,
is.
4. Because I wished for RE4, and that's why it happened.
Yeah.
I never wished for
So
Power Stone.
here's the crazy thing: if the next box, if the next box is at E3, guess what happens at Microsoft's press conference at E3? They announce that, hey, here's the next generation of systems. They then follow that up with the games. We get to start seeing next generation games for the first time.
Yeah.
So that means that this could, I mean, it also is how does Sony respond, or does Sony announce theirs before that? And if Microsoft, it isn't confirmed, but it's rumored that MS might show their next system. And if that's the case, that's the beginning of the next generation, so most of their E3 is going to be focused around the next generation fighting games, or the next generation action games, or anything like that. So that could be pretty big. Maybe it's starting a bit sooner than we thought. Even though it probably isn't coming out, we'll at least see what it's like. Yeah, there's like probably 99% that Halo Infinite is going to be a launch title on the next system and probably backwards compatible, you know, with the previous system. Oh, no, that's what I mean, is that since Sony isn't at E3, they would have to have their own little thing. As soon as Microsoft is, like, jumping in and they're going to be like, hey, next generation begins with us. Hey, Namco. Hey, you know, these guys. Hey, the Capcom. Hey, those guys. We're making our next-gen announcement. We want you to be the game to spearhead. First, they're going to be like, dude, Capcom was all over Microsoft's nuts at the previous press conference. Like, they had a big old Devil May Cry thing. Bandai Namco had, like, Dragon Ball FighterZ shown off at their press conference. Like,
And then Jump Force.
and then Jump Force was at the Microsoft press conference. Like, they're going to be in bed with those guys to show off the next generation of games that they've been probably making for the last couple years. But yeah, Sony's not going to be at E3 because they're going to have their own event at some point this year showing off their new system. So it could be interesting. Could be very interesting. We might be seeing we might be about 3 months away from seeing what next gen is going to be like. Damn, we're 3 months away from E3. Fucking
Fuck my life, dude.
Yeah, I haven't filled mine out either yet, but it's certainly not an issue.
Damn.
I almost guarantee Last of Us 2 is going to be a launch PS5 game, but it'll also be on PS4.
Cross-gen?
Yeah, cross-gen. I almost guarantee, dude.
Or that or Death Stranding.
I don't think Death Stranding will be a launch game, but I think it'll come out on PS4 first and then come out on PS5.
What about your beloved Final Fantasy VII?
I've been convinced for like a year that that's a next-gen game. So, I could see, well, you read the one article about Square expecting like a giant boost in sales.
Yeah, they have a big game they're expecting at the end of the year. I'm like, oh, it's Avengers.
Yeah, so, well, it's not just that, it's like a net sales. So even if they had one game, it wouldn't be enough to hit what they're expecting. So everyone's assuming it's Avengers and FF7 Remake. I don't think Avengers will sell more than 15 million. They're expecting a lot.
Unless it looks really fucking good.
I mean, it could look really good.
And play really good.
It could look and play really good. It's expecting like 15 million units sold.
They have been known to.
But now I don't even think Final Fantasy VII Remake could do that.
But that's the thing. Both of them together could.
Both together, yes.
That's why people are presuming that maybe FF7 is somewhere out there sooner, potentially with like all modern reveals. Hey, this game's back, and guess what? It comes out in like 7 months or some shit.
7 months.
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Final Fantasy VII in 7 months.
Ads reloaded. Thank you. Hank Savage. Thank you as well. Face Norway and Benny. Appreciate it, guys.
Right.
Oh shit, that's true.
I will fight on.
I bet.
Big
Yeah,
question
got her, I
is,
bet.
what the fuck
Drool?
is Nintendo gonna have at E3?
That or her lip. No, it's her sweat.
Drooling.
It's like dripping
She
off
drooled.
her lip.
She's drooling.
Drooling over the chat.
You do have really hot bod.
Yeah?
Tina's got some big old titties. I'm sorry. What? You know what? I'm not even gonna try to save myself from that one.
I mean, I'm at that point where I don't even think about FF7 Remake anymore, which is good.
Right?
Until some news pops up about it.
Oh fuck, that's not the right thing.
But I like the last time I was like super excited for FF7 Remake was pretty much 2016. I mean, I'm just glad I'm gonna potentially live in a world where that shit exists, hopefully. So I hope it's good, and I'm willing to wait.
Just be good. It's fine. It's fine if it took fucking 10 years, as long as it's good.
Yeah, I mean, Remake 2 did it.
Yeah.
Remake 2 made a game better than the original.
We're in the era of remakes.
I'm okay with that shit.
Well, I mean, it's not like the newer games have been better, so.
Yeah, well, and the remade experiences for those older games is dramatically different, in many ways, while still capitalizing on nostalgia. They're different games, which is good.
7 will be a different game.
And 7 is going to be a different game, which is good.
Crash. Fuck.
Tona.
Both RE remakes were really, really, really good.
They surpassed the originals.
Yeah.
In almost every way.
Excellent remake.
find it funny that most everyone's impressions of Kingdom Hearts 3 is starting to come around now. It's a very polarized sort of, even like Kingdom Hearts fans is just like not what I was expecting, or some people are like, yeah, it's really good, it's amazing. It's like very polarized, where people are kind of like really in between on it now.
Yeah. Well.
At least it didn't take that long to come out.
And yeah, that's kind of the. It's fine. It was fine.
That's exactly what Kingdom Hearts always was.
It's just now it's a bit more prominent, you know.
Now it sticks out more
because it's been so long and people have picked at it so much.
I will do my best. All right then.
Hey, Rezubian, thank you.
Let us begin the experiment.
There's more I would say, but it'd be going into spoilers. I won't.
With the high strategy.
I don't even know what the hell I'm doing in this game. I hit buttons, there's a counter button, I counter sometimes. Oh, being toxic now. Oh, Raiden. Oh, get off me! I'm married. I love my wife.
Get off me, beautiful woman.
I love my wife.
Toss you.
Happily married man.
It feels like it was just yesterday that the DOA devs were telling people, like, thank you for all the support all these years on DOA 5, right? And they weren't even hinting at a next game, and the next game gets announced like 2 months later.
Yeah.
Put that counter on the low. Hey, don't do that.
Sushi, Solar, Suki, thank you.
Oh.
Ninja Gaiden 4, no! You get Neo 2.
They said straight up, like, Ninja Gaiden's going to sleep for a while. I think that was even their exact quote, was like, Ninja Gaiden goes to sleep for a while.
Well, that's what happens when Igaki's gone.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. Kingdom Hearts. There's like so many Kingdom Hearts 2s that I don't even know what the fuck. I started playing Kingdom Hearts 2 and I'm like, is this even the right Kingdom Hearts 2?
I lost a lot of interest in Kingdom Hearts when they took out the Final Fantasy characters. Once I realized that they're just not here, I was like...
I love my husband. Hey, that's my husband over there. Get off me. Hey, I said I'm a happily married man.
I'm gonna review DOA 6? Maybe? I don't really review fighting games, not usually. In some cases. I usually review the ones I'm really looking forward to.
Real question is, are we going to play any game better than Ari's this week?
Devil May Cry.
Maybe.
Devil May Cry could be up there. It looks really cool.
Could be.
I'd say, like, well...
Like I said, the only thing about Devil May Cry...
I think Sekiro is going to be a sleeper hit.
Yeah. That's probably true. The only thing I'm worried about with Devil May Cry 5 is not really a worry, it's just like the only way I can see Devil May Cry kind of falling apart is if V is not fun to play.
Oh, he's super fun though.
Like if...
Really?
He's super fun.
Yeah,
Kylo Ren?
Yeah, if V is fun, then we're fine.
They actually made him
unique.
They actually made him.
I want to play him.
Really cool, like the way he talks and his mannerisms and
nice.
How fucking they integrate all. Dude, there's a thing you can do where a big thing of him is like building up his super gauge, his like double trigger, and you fight enemies and they hit things and they build up the double trigger slowly. So you're essentially controlling on one button. Like this is bird, this is cat, and you can lock on and do back, forward, and they can combo with each other on each button. But V's just sitting back here just looking at him do stuff. So you're like walking around, but V is the only one that can kill enemies. The buttons, the cat and the bird, can damage enemies, but he has to kill them, so he can zoop in and stab them, and jump in and backflip and stab them.
Yeah.
But you kind of have to keep him away, because he takes damage easily.
Damn.
The cool part is that if you want meter, you can have the cat beating up everything, because you're just pressing buttons.
Yeah.
And then if you press the taunt button, V pulls out a book. Like a really flash, like he pulls out poetry and starts reading poetry, and he gains free super meter for doing it.
Damn.
It's fucking awesome. He starts reading as like the cat and the other guy, he's walking around and they're just beating shit up, and you're controlling the animals as they're doing it. It sounds complicated and it's weird at first, but fuck, dude, it's really fun.
That's awesome. And he's hot.
And he's actually, in game, he's actually a pretty cool character. I was worried about him being kind of lame and Kylo Ren-ish.
Yeah.
All of his dialogue I kind of enjoy.
Nice.
He's an edgy weirdo, and they pull him off very well.
Fuck.
You provided me with some interesting data. Thank you.
Her character's ass fucking horrible, by the way.
Anyway.
Oh wow, the closer he's reading the book.
Yeah,
That's
the
cool.
more dangerous you are while reading, the more you get. Wood, thank you. What system am I planning on playing DMC on? PC. What I'm planning on playing.
Ah, man, but we gotta team up. I mean, my new PC's been Wolfensteined, but it would be
I'll
cool.
have it on the other one.
Okay, cool, yeah.
I'll see, yeah. That'll be fun.
The team up
'Cause
stuff
it'd be
is
fun.
very specific.
Yeah.
It's like drop in and play, sort of.
Yeah.
And not all the missions do you actually fight together.
Yeah.
No, it's not like a co-op game.
Yeah.
It's got cooperative elements.
I'd be sick if they made like a DLC thing, like if it's not ready, or like a fucking just bunch of stages playing together, man.
They're
Maybe
doing
the ultimate beat 'em up.
They're doing Dante Must Die mode, I think is what it is, and or what's it called, the Tower, and that might have a cooperative element.
Like that would be like the ultimate.
I think the tower thing or whatever, the Devil Palace, that's coming
Bloody
later.
Palace, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a later DLC, but it's like they said that's the only thing they're doing for the game DLC wise. I think it's free too, if I'm not mistaken. And then they were just doing it because people really wanted it back. I'm like, okay, we'll make one, but it won't be ready in time to launch. But they're like, we want just this to be a complete game when you buy it.
Nice.
We just, it does like, as soon as like, I don't want to have DLC, season passes, anything like that. Like, I just.
Well, it seems like they have their vision and
like,
they want to finish it.
I want just, it's a finished game when you buy it. I just want a complete package.
Dang.
There'll probably be like a special edition or something down the line or something like that. Because they've done that on literally every fucking Devil May Cry since 3.
Oops.
Yeah, Capcom being the good guys in many ways, except for fighting games. Although that Guts costume for Balrog was pretty awesome.
You know, with all those costumes and all those different characters, it'd be kind of crazy if, like, they did something real with those things.
Well, it's funny because Itsuno is the guy that made Power Stone and everything,
Yeah.
right? He's the guy that made CVS2, Alpha, stuff like that. He was in an interview saying that if fans demand it, I would love to go back to fighting games. And I'm like, if there's one person to make the Capcom All-Stars fighting game, it's absolutely Itsuno. Because he has his hand in Darkstalkers, Power Stone, Rival Schools. Rival Schools is his fucking baby. He made Star Gladiator. Like, he's
God damn it. Didn't you tweet that?
Yeah, I
gotta
did.
retweet it.
And I need to make the video letting
make the
everyone
video.
know, like, this is the situation. Itsuno is asking for support. And just like leave a comment in the video below if you would like to see him return to fighting games in some way, or go back to Dragon's Dogma 2. Because that's the other thing he could make is like Dragon's Dogma 2. But I think Dragon's Dogma 2 could happen with him as an advisor, and it would be really cool to see him return to fighting games after like 15 years. It's been a long time.
On the other hand, I could see Capcom definitely going, you need to make Dragon Dogma 2.
Yeah, well, I mean,
need a big next-gen game.
The situation he was saying was that he got the choice to make Dragon's Dogma 2 or Devil May Cry 5, and he chose DMC. But he said he was open. He says it's up to fans at that point. He says he got to make his game, which was DMC 5.
But chat, what do you guys want? You want Ono at the helm of another game? Or do you want...
Doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trolling the chat. Nope.
Wow, couldn't get I don't know if the mids or lows would hang so fucking good.
Tsuno, please, exactly. Oh no.
Legit want an MVC, that's what they want. Dude, yeah,
Oops.
me too. Me too. Would like that. I think it's far out if it does happen. And I think that, they have a lot of shit to work with. They got a lot of assets to work with from Marvel 3, as well as, there is no way
shit.
Capcom puts out a Marvel vs. Capcom where it doesn't have the same mentality as Smash, where it's like everyone is here type shit.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
the
way.
way.
There's no way. Like, if there's a Marvel 4, if they don't do that, then fuck it. Like,
Yeah.
don't even bother.
Yep.